What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Minnesota Vikings franchise. We are moving right along halfway through the season. McKenna should be back off of injury fairly soon. Percy Harvin, his rookie season, is done early. Drew Brees lighting up the skies, 2,100 yards passing, 20 touchdown passes as well. Jacobs already up over 1,000 yards this season. He's followed by Peterson, Jones, Turner, Lynch, and Jackson. Joseph Adai has the most rushing touchdowns, with Daniel Thompson right behind him with 8. Larry Fitzgerald, 53 receptions for 780 receiving yards. Absolutely balling out there in Arizona. Most receiving touchdowns goes to Brandon Marshall, fourth-year receiver. Wes Welker, he is right behind him at 7. D'Qwell Jackson, 61 tackles to lead the NFL through the halfway point of the season. Also has 1 sack. Armando Ray Edwards has the most sacks, followed by Harold of those Green Bay Packers. Then DeMarcus Ware, and then Jared Allen. So we're getting out the quarterback very, very nicely. And Williams, he's top 10 in sacks as of right now as well. Then when it comes to interceptions, our man Williams, 5 of them things. Could he mess around and get some love for Defensive Player of the Year? Boy, I hope so. We're going to be taking on the Detroit Lions to start off this series of games in this episode. Matthew Stafford is in the ball game as their starter because Dante is hurt, and the Lions are enjoying a 7-point lead after that field goal attempt by Long Will is up and good. So Smith to the outside, good blocking. He has a lane. Look out. And Smith takes this one cross midfield, 9 carries, 94 yards. Carry number 10, Smith says, "Get off of me." He's up over 100 yards on just 10 carries so far today. Fourth quarter action still. That pass caught by Johnson, the other Johnson, not Calvin, but the one-time Arizona Cardinal. Second down and 10. Stafford under pressure, throws it to Smith. Not going to get away from Jared Allen. So a good tackle right there by our defensive end, dropping back into coverage. And now it's third down and 12, and Curry, the UNC quarterback, point guard, and former Oakland Raider, makes the play right there for the first down. Morris gets brought down by Henderson. They got to set up for a field goal, but with 2:37 on the clock, and maybe not the greatest quarterback at the helm for us, this might be a little bit too hard to come back from. But we do find Adrian Peterson with a screen pass, and that's going to pick up 7 yards. Third down and 3. Jackson from the 38-yard line sidesteps the rush, throws it, and it's caught by Berrien, and the comeback is on. Tavares Jackson, like, shut your mouth. I'm one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Rice makes the catch right there. We're inside the Detroit 20-yard line. Second down and 10 from the 19. The Lions send a corner blitz, and it forces an incomplete pass there. Third down and 10 for Jackson. Jackson with time, sidesteps the rush again, throws it back the other way, caught by Adrian Peterson in the end zone, but he couldn't get both feet in bounds. So we got to set up for 3. The kick is up. Kick is good. Now we have all 3 timeouts, but we decide to go for the onside kick. Interesting play call there, to say the least, because now if they gain a couple of yards, they'll be in field goal range. Our defense does get the stop, but they're in field goal range. So can Hanson knock this one home? The kick is up, and the kick is good, so yes, he can. And the lead blooms back up to 10 points. So 30-20 is now the score. That pass caught by Rice. Rice is going to have a first down. Second down, 10 yards to go now with 30 seconds on the clock. Berrien, he's loose. You're not going to catch him from behind. Too much speed. Imagine him and Percy Harvin with all that speed, healthy and playing together next season. That onside kick is away. Curry there for the recovery again, and that is going to do it. So we came back. We played as hard as we could, but we end up losing to Matthew Stafford in the Detroit Lions. Dante Culpepper was still technically their starting quarterback there. Looking at the NFC North standings, we're on top, followed by the Packers, Detroit Lions, and the Bears. Bring up the bottom. Both are at 3 and 6. Divisional leaders in the AFC: Patriots at 8-1, Steelers at 8-1. Those San Diego Chargers still in this game. And then you got the AFC South leading Tennessee Titans at 6-3. The Saints are unbeaten The Cowboys, only 1 loss. We only have 2 losses, and the Cardinals only have 3 losses. These are your division leaders in the NFC. Our game versus the Seahawks should be a very good one. They're 5-4. We are 7-2. Adrian Peterson up over 1,100 yards so far this season. And TJ Hushmanzada turning back the hands of time and playing very good football for those Seattle Seahawks. They also have Deion Branch and Justin Forsett is their starting running back. It's 3-2 as the Twins are beating the Mariners after 2 innings. Now we are into the 4th quarter, and we have ourselves a 13-2 lead. Can we milk this clock and get up out of here? We're going to go to the air. Berrien makes the catch, and that catch should put us in field goal range. We're going to run the ball here with Adrian Peterson on 2nd down and 9, and Tatupu is there for the stop. 3rd down and 9. Taylor gets the carry, and he's going to go nowhere fast. So we got to send out the kick team. Matt Hasselbeck getting ready to get back out on the field with a slap on the backside, and the kick is up. Kick is good. So 16-2 is now the score. We got to protect the end zone. If we do that, we win. Hasselbeck looking downfield. Throws it up top. Broken up on 3rd and 6. So 4th and 6, they decide to go for it. We send a blitz. Not going to get there in Burleson. The ex-Viking going to take it coast to coast. Touchdown, Seahawks. So 16-9 is the score. They're looking for a stop here. It's going to be 1st down and 10 as they get that stop. So Seattle takes over. That pass caught by Deion Branch, and they're in field goal range. But again, they need a touchdown. A field goal, there's nothing for them. Hasselbeck looking downfield. Throws it. Williams. Another pick. His 6th of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time. Oh, I'm so proud of this defense. 1st down and 10. Adrian Peterson trying to put the game on ice. Seattle burns a timeout. They have 1 left. 2nd down and 5 to give it to AD, and Mr. All Day picks up the 1st down by the hairs of his chinny chin, and that is going to do it. The Minnesota Vikings win another game. 16-9 is the final in this one. 111 yards rushing for those boys from Minnesota. We got to do some scouting. I like the scouting in this game. I like the draft profiles a little bit better, but we'll do our due diligence to make sure we can put the best team on paper because I'm not playing any of these games. If I was playing the games, I might not do this part of scouting and just wait till the offseason, but I do want to try to put the best team on the field each and every Sunday. So we're looking at some tight ends here. We looked at some receivers. Last time around, we looked at interior linemen, quarterbacks, obviously. We looked at, I want to say, left outside linebacker? I want to say that's who we looked at in cornerback. So here are the big-time players for the Chicago Bears, led by Briggs and Urlacher at 95 and 94 respectfully. Their quarterback, Jay Cutler, is out. So it's going to be who? J.P. Lossman at quarterback. That's right, J.P. Lossman. Remember the name. Remember his game. We're up 17-3 as we head into the 3rd quarter of play. The Bears making a comeback, though, and now it's 24-7. Out of the gun, Lossman has it. Lossman under some pressure, lets it fly. Caught by Davis. He got hit pretty hard by Greenway, but hangs on to the football there. Good pass, good catch. That's not a very good pass. No chance of catching that pass from Lossman. Jones gets the carry, and I believe that's the ex-Lion. The one-time Virginia Tech Hokie running back goes nowhere for the Bears. 3rd down and 11. J.P. Lossman fires it. Broken up by Henderson. If he could catch, he might be taking that thing to the crib. Taylor in the ball game. On 3rd down and 11, we run the ball. Briggs is there for the stop. So on 4th and 10, we punt it away. 2nd down and 10 for Chicago. And look at that pass rush. Williams with his 2nd sack today. Jones up the gut. Nice run there. On 3rd down and 13, he picks up 10, but they will decide to punt it away. So we throw it deep. Looking for Sidney Rice, double coverage, and the pass falls incomplete. So the Bears still have a chance in this one. Lossman looking over the middle. That pass intercepted. Mama, guess who it is? Williams with another interception this season. We got the 2 Williams up front, man in the middle on that D-line. And then look at Adrian Peterson. After the pick from the Williams that controls the center field in our secondary, Peterson going to put this game on ice with a big-time run there. And that, my friends, is going to do it. 272 yards for the Minnesota Vikings on the ground. That's always a good look. And then defensively, we did our thing, man. We did our thing. Only allowed a big third quarter, but the other quarters we shut things down. Our next opponent will be the Arizona Cardinals. They just took on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans, they are 8-3 after they beat the Cardinals 30-27. So the Cardinals take a little bit of a hit, but they are still in top of the NFC West. The Vikings are on top of the North at 9-2, followed by the Packers, Lions, and Bears. No other team besides us have a winning record in the North. The Saints are still unbeaten, and I think they're getting ready to take on the Cowboys. I should have watched this game. We are still leading the North. Obviously, the East is controlled by the Cowboys, and then the West is controlled by those Arizona Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 1,116 yards receiving, also has 7 touchdowns on 81 receptions. He's 99 overall. Adrian Wilson, 97 overall. Kurt Warner, 94. Anquan Bolden, 94. Dockett, he's 94 as well. Carlos Dansby, he's shaking up, so he will not go in this one. But you do have Camardi still, got Gandy, and Trell Roll at 84. Bertram Berry, and then Rackers knocking it home. You see the guy getting the concession stands? Like, he was at the concession stands in the hoodie in Arizona. I don't think he smells very good, and that's why he got the hoodie on to cover up his must. Who's with me? Anyways, 13-9 is the score as we head to the fourth quarter of play. Kurt Warner throws it to Preston, and Preston takes this one down inside the 20. Second down and 6, they throw it, and they get to the goal line. Is it a touchdown? And the answer is no. So first and goal from the one, Warner. Looking back at the end zone, Anquan Bolden, the Florida State prodigy, comes through with the catch there, and it's 20-9. Can we come back here? That's not really our MO. Peterson makes the catch along the sideline, gain of 7 for him. Third down and 3. A whole bunch of crossing routes, and Tavares Jackson completes the ball there. Second down and 12. Jackson over the middle. Adrian Peterson another catch, and that's a gain of around 8. So third down and 3 now. Jackson under some pressure, and down he goes. Robinson with the sack there, and that sets up 4th and 9. Jackson taking a shot deep, and that's not going to work. So the rookie from Ohio State, Wells, is in the backfield. He gets the carry, gets a block. He's down the sideline. Can the Vikings stop him? Big stiff for him there. He turns on the afterburners, and he is gone. Could he mess around and get Offensive Rookie of the Year? What a great running back he was at Ohio State. 27-9, the Arizona Cardinals, they bounce back from the loss of the Titans. They give us another loss this season, and it was not even close. After that safety, we did absolutely nothing but score 1 touchdown and then just sit on our hands and do not a thing. Ocho Cinco's 88 overall, so is Carson Palmer. Lavernius Coles is 87 overall. They do have Cedric Benson on the roster, but you can see that his overall is not even in like the top tier of the 70s on this team. Man, have the Cincinnati Bengals have fallen. Remember, like Madden 06 and 07, this team was darn good. Even Madden 08, they were a team to mess with, but no, not here. Turner, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jacobs, and Peterson are your top 4 rushers. Turner and LT kind of came out of nowhere, and now those are your top 2 rushers in the league, and obviously at one time they shared the same backfield room in San Diego. So 14-7, Cincinnati is on top. Could we not lose to the lonely Bengals? Please. Please. We're going to run the ball with Chester Taylor. He only picks up 2. Third down and 4. Jackson with time throws it. Taylor out of the backfield hauls that one in. Rivers with the takedown. 1st and 10. We run the ball again. The Bengals all over it. The ball is loose. And the Bengals, I believe, have the football under that pile, and they do. 2nd down and 7. Benson up the gut. And Benson, he's going to pick up a 1st down. 18 carries, just under 100 yards for him. 1st and 10 for Carson Palmer. He going to throw it. Benson out of the backfield. USC to Texas. You got to love it. And that's going to result in a 1st down. From the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Carson looking, throwing it. That pass caught by Cedric Benson. Touchdown Bengals. 21-7 is the score. We're going to run the ball with Taylor. I believe Adrian Peterson is shaking up, but there goes Taylor. Taylor all the way to the Cincinnati 34-yard line. 1st down and 10. Tavares Jackson going to drop it off to Shanko, and our tight end picks up 8, his first catch of the contest. Good protection here on 2nd down and 2, and Taylor, Heaves it to the right side, caught by Jackson took Taylor to the right side. That's a first down. Now Jackson looking to the end zone. Sidney Rice hauls it in, and the comeback is on. 3rd down and 5. We're going to send a blitz. That pass picked off. Griffin from Texas going to take it to the crib. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. On a pick 6 that has flipped everything on its head, and now we're in overtime. 3rd down and 9. That pass caught by Coles, brought down by Griffin, and now they got to punt it to the Minnesota Vikings offense. Taylor to the left side, running and picking up a solid gain. 3rd down and 6 now. Klein-Saucer in motion. Jackson over the middle, caught by Wade, and we're just barely on the cusp of field goal range. Taylor up the gut. That might get us in the field goal range at the 32. So 3rd down and 4. We give it to Taylor. Met in the backfield. Going to lose a yard. So send out Longwell from the 33-yard line. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. The 47-yarder is going to put this game on ice. 24-21. It took a comeback effort in that 4th quarter to get the job done. But hey, we did not lose to the Bengals. It's not because I don't got love for the Bengals. It's the Bengals ain't that good this year in this franchise. We have won a division, so we are going to the playoffs no matter what happens here. But we're still going to play because we're going to try to lock up that number 1 seed. It looks like the Steelers might have a chance at doing that. The Patriots, though, are going to put up a fight. The Titans haven't clinched anything at 10-3, so that you know that the South is kicking in the AFC. Cowboys are now the top team in the NFC because I believe they beat the Saints. Saints are right after them, followed by us, and then the Cardinals are still hanging on to the division in the NFC West. Didn't somebody actually get their head stuck in that, or was that the Jaguar? I believe both teams have like a Panther and a Jaguar outside the stadium. Somebody got their head stuck one day. They had to cut off the canine, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So 35-24 is the score here. Jackson going to give it to Mills. Who is Mills, you ask? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But Adrian Peterson, he's hurt. Chester Taylor is hurt. We're going to see for how long moving forward. McCown has it here. Throws it over the middle. Caught by Robinson. That's going to be a first down. That's not Josh. That's Luke McCown. 3rd down and 10. Luke McCown throws it. That pass going to be caught by King. Not going to have a first down, so 4th and 3, they got to run the ball, and Stewart going to get stopped. Big Kev. Kevin Williams with the stop there. Klein-Saucer going to get a carry here as we try to milk the clock. He's trying to turn the corner, and Pepper's like, nah, bruh, you're not going to get that to the outside versus me. Peppers, what an absolute beast of a career he had. McCown looking downfield. That pass caught by Steve Smith. Too much speed. Touchdown. The first play of his rookie year, he took the opening kickoff of the season versus the Vikings to the crib. That was like the only highlight that season as they went 1-15. But he scored right here versus the Vikings, so he can still do the job. 3rd and 6, Longwell is at. What is happening with our roster? Longwell, our kicker, just ran the ball on 3rd down. We send a blitz. King makes the catch, and now it's going to be a gain of 9. 3rd down, 6 yards to go from the 36-yard line. Luke McCown has it. He's going to look left, throws it, and overthrows everybody. Not the easiest condition to throw the ball in. McCown looking. McCown going down. Sack on the play. This Vikings defense slams the door shut in a 35-30 win. It took all we had. All we had. 172 yards rushing. I don't know how we put that up, but obviously our 2 running backs before they got hurt did some work for us. Chester Taylor and Adrian Peterson both going to be out for 2 weeks. Upper arm fracture for Adrian Peterson. He's like, I'll be back in this. Give me half a month. That man is made out of vibranium. Like, seriously, Adrian Peterson is built differently. Fractured arm. I'll be back. Just give me some time. Freaking Chester Taylor got some soft tissue stuff, and he's out for the same amount of time. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we gotta sign a running back. We gotta get somebody going. All right, somebody gotta get in the backfield. Deuce McAllister, he's out there. I think he can still play a little bit. Let's give him a 1-year deal. Maybe you can win the Super Bowl with us. Like, we are that type of team. And he's like, nah, I don't like that deal. What about you, work done? He's like, nah, I don't like that deal. So Shag McKinnon. McKinnon? Yeah. Shag McKinnon. He might be a real person. So if I'm butchering the name, I apologize. He has 95 overall speed. Going to bring in Sean Alexander. McKinnon is better than Sean Alexander overall wise. But we have to cut somebody to sign Sean Alexander. So Glenn Holt, you got to go because in this Madden, they did not have IR, believe it or not. Anyways, got to let go of a D tackle because we need a center. We are ineligible for this week's game if we don't have a center. So we have to sign a center to play football for us, and it's going to be big Dustin Fry. He's going to get a one-year deal, and he's going to accept it, unlike those prima donna running backs. Now, I can't blame them. If they want to play for us, they don't have to play for us. It's the snow in Chicago as we take on the Bears. Matt Forte up over 1,300 yards rushing. It is still the J.P. Lossman show in Chicago. Jay Cutler, Mr. Glass, he cannot play, even if, it's the NFC Championship game, and, chance to go to the Super Bowl. Nah, coach, I can't do it. I can't do it. Second down and 1. Lossman going to find Forte again as we're down 20-3. Who saw this coming? Can we get a stop? Lossman over the middle. That pass picked. Johnson down the sideline. Breaks the tackle, and Johnson tackled from behind at the 25, and is that the play that turns this game around? Second down and 10. Jackson throws it. Sidney Rice brought down by Lance Briggs, but he has a first down. McKenna, get off me, he says. He breaks loose. He's only, 68 overall, but he got like 95 overall speed, and you can't teach speed. Bobby Wade, I believe a one-time Chicago Bear, gives us a first down. Now McKenna, loose. Adrian Peterson, I'm joking, but my goodness gracious, he's looking good. 26 carries for $111. Jackson with time from the 11, throws it to the end zone, burying. I believe he was a Bear. Was that before or after this? I can't remember. All I do remember is that he used to be one, now he's a Viking, and we're happy to have him. And on the onside kick, they fumble it. The Bears had it, but they lose the ball, and we recover it. So Jackson, get off the phone and get your butt back on the field. McKenna makes the catch right there, and that's going to result in a first down. No, penalty. Clipping on the Vikings. So erase the first down. It's going to be that all well too familiar first down and 11 from the 41. Jackson going down. Second down and 17. Harris, the Oklahoma Sooner, with the sack. Second down, looking downfield, Jackson throws it to Rice, brought down by Urlacher. That gives him 105 tackles, and Mike Singletary has the most with 10. I did not know that. That's an unbelievable stat. Thank you, EA. Shanko makes the catch, brought down well shy of the first down. 4th and 10, we gots to go for it, and we gots to have it, and it's tipped and nearly picked. Are we about to lose to the Bears in the snow in Chicago? That pass caught by Davis. Davis down to the 16-yard line, and that will do it. They'll milk the clock from there. We dropped this one 22-10. So without Adrian Peterson, we did not run the ball as effectively as we did in the past with 114 yards, but it's still not too bad in the snow versus a team with 2 great linebackers and a pretty good D-line in front of them. So last game of the season here, Edwards up to 16 sacks, Allen with 14, Williams with 11 and 5, and Pat Williams with 11 and a half, I should say, for Kevin Williams, and 7 for Pat Williams. Williams in the secondary with 7 interceptions. Absolutely monster of the year for him. 16 touchdown passes, 15 interceptions for Jackson. Adrian Peterson should be out just one more week. Hopefully he'll be ready for the playoffs because, yes, we have won a division. That means a home playoff game in Minnesota. All right. And, yo, man, my boy Shag came through. Shag was shagging. Antonio Pierce, he has the most tackles for the G-Men. We getting ready to take on the Giants today. Tuck with 11.5. Osi with 9 sacks. Aaron Ross from Texas, he also has 5 interceptions. Webster from LSU has 4 of them things. Eli Manning, Ole Miss Rebel, he has 2,300 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. David Carr got some playing time, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Brandon Jacobs used to be the leading rusher in the NFL. Not no more, but he is still ahead of Adrian Peterson, and Adrian Peterson won't gain another yard this season, so no chance at 2,000 for him. That sucks. It's the G-Men. It's the Minnesota Vikings, Week 16. There goes the 2 quarterbacks warming up. It should be a fantastic ball game here at the Metro Dome. Can we get a win to give us some momentum as we head into the postseason? So we have a 7-3 lead, but the Giants come back. 10-7 is now the score. And look at this nugget. Williamton Mara was 14 years old when he owned the Giants. Now, obviously, there was some paperwork and some things had to happen. But still, that's quite impressive. 14 years old and the team is still in the family name. Isn't that just lovely? Anyway, second down and 10. Eli throws it to the flat, caught by Hedgecock. He gets brought down by Lieber, and that's not going to be a first down. Pickup of 9, though. So third down and just 1. Johnson makes the catch, and that will be a first down. Now it's third down and 9 for the 22. They run the ball with Bradshaw, and we're there for the stop. So bring on Tynes. The kick is up, and Tynes knocks it home. So a 6-point lead now for the G-men. Can we end this game with a good drive, with a good win to end the regular season? McKenna up the gut, and that's going to result in a gain of 4. Jackson under pressure. Jackson gets hit, and the ball goes straight to Chris Canty. Can't he know he can, and he done did it. Touchdown, pick 6 for big number 99. 4th and 1, we go up the gut with the rookie from Illinois, and that's going to result in a first down. 4th down and 3 now from the 45 in G-men territory. Quick pass caught by Berrien. Berrien, 10, 5, Berrien, touchdown. Minnesota, look out. This one is not over. A perfect pass, and with all that speed, Berrien was not going to be denied. Got to go for the onside kick here, and Manningham recovers it. And now they're just outside of field goal range, but they will get this one to the 32. So on 4th and 4, Tynes going to knock this one home. And then remember the old school fake the way the G-men used to do. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, Tynes, you got too much swag to be a kicker. That pass going to be caught by the running back out the backfield. Shag doing his thing. We faked the spike. Why? Why? Just line up and do something. I'd be tricky like that. 9 seconds on the clock. 3rd down and 14. And then why? Like, why? Why are we doing that? And that's going to bring an end to the regular season. Hopefully, our postseason success will be much better as we lose here to those New York Football Giants. Not the best way to end the season, but hey, we're still headed to the postseason. Adrian Peterson, Chester Taylor, they should be healthy. We will see every single postseason game. Now, I'm thinking for the other games, we will do how we did this season, where we will simulate to the 4th quarter and then watch the other teams play. And then our game, we're going to have the computer versus the computer from start to finish. So that's what we're going to do. And then hopefully we win. And then hopefully we can continue on, because we're going to have the whole postseason and the Super Bowl in our next episode. And then get to the offseason and then do it all over again for year number 2. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, because McKenna, he did come back and play in one game, and in that game he got hurt again. So it's like, geez, Louise, fries and peas, what you gonna do? But that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, peace, love, hot sauce.